Can you believe that Xbox actually has a secret showcase that's going to be debuting this week? This is coming after every single Sony PlayStation 5 with that disappointing showcase they had back in May was talking about PlayStation having their secret showcase. Man, I really do think that Xbox is firing on all cylinders. Since the ABK deal has gone through and is confirmed to be going through, Xbox hasn't let off their foot on the gas. So I want to get into everything that's going to be in this showcase, talk about what else is probably going to happen, and let's see if some new games are going to be joining Xbox Game Pass on both the console and PC. Let's get into everything. Alright, so you know the drill. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you want to be notified on future videos, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. All the support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so I gotta say, this isn't a rumor. This isn't something that people have been talking about and saying, oh, this might happen. No. This is a confirmed new showcase for Xbox that's going to be featuring new games from third-party publishers and partners that they've been working with. Now, I just want to kind of get into the article and talk about this and then go into what I think about it. So here's what it said on the article. What you need to know. Xbox's next digital showcase event is the Xbox Partner Preview, dedicated to third-party Xbox studios and partners. The show will be nearly 30 minutes long and feature trailers and gameplay footage from multiple games, indie gems, upcoming Xbox Game Pass games, and highly anticipated Xbox and Windows PC titles will all be present. That includes looks at Alan Wake 2, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Dungeons of Hinterberg, Ark Survival Ascended, and more. Now, I do gotta say that I'm actually excited for this. I just like seeing a couple new announcements for Xbox Game Pass, but this is also pretty cool that Xbox is kind of giving people an update on what's going to be coming to Game Pass for the holiday season, especially when it comes to third-party games. And I know everybody's going to be surrounding themselves with this and talking about it, but the one thing I do want to get out of the way and let people understand is that Xbox has confirmed that Activision Blizzard will not be at this event, as the article points out here. As a side note, Xbox has specifically stated Activision Blizzard will not be at the event. The major video games publisher Activision Blizzard King is now a member of the Xbox family, but there will not be any new announcements or game reveals from the publisher during the event, nor will we see any Activision Blizzard games added to Xbox Game Pass at this time. Now, we all know what happened. Phil Spencer's already talked about this. He said that the Activision Blizzard games will not be added into Game Pass at least until 2024, or at least starting in 2024. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit of a slow drip where they bring games out here and there and get people riled up until they get to E3 and of course into next year where they start dropping some of those new games. But let's get into this event. Now, I'm not the biggest Alan Wake 2 fan. I'm not the biggest Like a Dragon fan, but I can appreciate what Xbox is doing here because they are going to have an event again talking about the games coming to Game Pass. And honestly, let's look back on what's happening with Sony PlayStation 5. I know, I bring them up because of one thing. After their showcase, which I thought was very disappointing, and I'm not the only one, a lot of PlayStation fans found it to be disappointing. Everyone was talking about that there's this new showcase coming from PlayStation at the end of the year. At first it was in August, and then it was in September, and now we're at the end of October, and people are still not talking about it. Yet it's Xbox with the brand new secret showcase that's going to be dropping and talking about new third-party games coming to their platform and of course updates on games that people are looking forward to. So I don't know what's going on over there at Sony, but I do feel like Xbox has been taking their lunch money. Now, I know Spider-Man 2 just dropped and I've been playing it like crazy. I love that game. It is a 9.1 or 9.3, whatever it is. It is a highly rated game. But one thing that people have been asking Sony to do is give them a little bit of a roadmap of what's coming. And I do got to give Xbox credit where credit is due. They have provided a roadmap of things that are coming, not just first party, but third party partnerships. And there's a couple games from last year that I think people have forgotten about. You know, games that were supposed to be coming to Game Pass that they talked about at their previous events. And I'm looking forward to them. Something like Flintlock, that game that's supposed to come out with that person with the axe and they're flying around. That's something I'm really looking forward to seeing. I hope that's there. And there's other third-party games that people kind of forgot about, like Alan Wake 2, Like a Dragon, and a bunch of other ones. So I can't wait to see this. I hope there's not a lot of talking in it. For it to be about 30 minutes long, I think they're just going to be dropping trailer after trailer after trailer and then announcing whatever ones are coming into Game Pass for this month, next month, December, and probably into January. So I think it's cool. I'm glad they're doing this, and I think it kind of tempers down the expectations of what's going to happen with Activision Blizzard. As for Sony, they need to do something really quick. I understand that they got Rise of the Ronin coming out next year and Helldivers, but that's pretty much it. We don't have any updates on anything else. And the only updates we have been getting haven't been that encouraging when you look at Factions, the online game that might be canceled or ramping down because it just didn't stick with Bungie or whoever was making those decisions for that game. So I know there's a secret event coming for Sony, or at least that's what people said, but I don't see that happening. I think they are going to hunker down and get ready for the transition off of Jim Ryan, because there's a lot of change happening at Sony. I mean, think about it. Sean Layden left a few years ago. Now Jim Ryan's leaving, and all the while their leadership keeps changing, so that means the vision of Sony Entertainment keeps changing. While Xbox has had one vision, which is Phil Spencer and his team's vision. So we are going to see a drastic change in what happens in Sony, but we're going to see consistently what happens in Xbox. And this is Phil Spencer's Xbox right now, completely. We're going to see everything happening. And I think next year is really going to be a telltale of what's going to happen to Xbox, especially with the ABK deal going through, especially with everything coming to Game Pass. We're going to start seeing more events and everything. And don't be surprised about BlizzCon. A lot of people are forgetting about BlizzCon, which is only a few weeks away. I know that Blizzard now is a part of Xbox. Could we see something talked about there? Could we see some new announcements from Blizzard, including that big survival game that Mike Ybarra has talked about multiple times? And Blizzard announced, is that going to be a day-and-date game into Xbox Game Pass? And is it going to be a massive hit? There's a lot of little things coming up now because Blizzard used to have 2 to 3 shows of their own. So I want to get into all of that later once BlizzCon happens, because let's be real now, Blizzard, BlizzCon, all of that, they are Xbox showcases. So technically, we are getting 2 new Xbox showcases coming up this week with the surprise one and that secret one that just dropped. And of course, BlizzCon coming in 2 weeks, which I am extremely excited for. So let me know what you think about all this. Do you think Xbox is going to announce even more things, or at least just announce a couple of new indie games coming to Game Pass? And do you think Alan Wake 2 or something else is going to come to Game Pass? Let me know down below. And do you consider BlizzCon an Xbox event now while they announce new games? Because let's be real, they are a part of Xbox, and all these games are eventually going to come to the Xbox platform, be it Game Pass PC or even Xbox console and PC. Go down below and let me know that. And do you think that PlayStation is going to actually have an event anytime soon? Or are we going to be stuck with their event that they just had, which was a massive, massive letdown? Let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. But right now, I do got to say, while I was on Jedi Survivor, I was loving that game. I had to put it down for Spider-Man. I know. Xbox fan playing Spider-Man. Kind of crazy, but I do got to say that Spider-Man is probably one of my favorite games. I freaking love it. I beat the first one 3 times. I've beaten Miles Morales, I think once or twice, and I'm enjoying Spider-Man 2 so much. It's such a great game. It has such a great pace. Everything about it just feels quality. Not to mention the characters and the world that they're building is really the Spider-Man world. All the villains being introduced, everything happening, it's just so epic. I love it. And I know it's for PlayStation. I wish it was on PC so I can play it with my Xbox controller, but for now, I'll play it on the PS5. I'll beat it there, and if it ever comes to PC, which it will, I'm probably going to check it out there too, just so I can play with my Xbox controller and also with my 4090. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your Xbox Series X, your PC, your PS5? PS5? Are you jumping onto one of the new games that have dropped? Because let's be real, there are so many games right now that it's kind of overwhelming. Let me know what you're playing down below, because that's what we're here for. It's to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.